Hi, it's Fab Poli here, and welcome back to another episode of Biz Jet TV. Today I'm going to be talking to you about lower taxes and more biz jets. Now, a lot of people watched President Trump, or Donald Trump, as he was out on the campaign trail promising that he was going to lower the taxes, but we have seen lots of other politicians around the world and throughout history promise so many things and then not deliver. But Trump actually did deliver, and just before Christmas, he managed to get the new tax laws in America approved, and corporation tax has now gone from 35% all the way down to 21%. So, we've already seen now a number of companies, from Southwest Airlines CEO go online the other day and announce that he was going to be giving a bonus to all 55,000 employees of $1,000 each on the 10th of January. Then we also saw Walmart soon follow, saying that they were going to be giving their people some extra money because of the tax cuts. So we already see now money flowing into the pockets of the average American. But what's going to happen on the private jet front? Well, let's digress a minute, and let's talk about the internet. Now, what the internet is doing is connecting people more than ever, and also it's allowing people to gain information more in an easier fashion from their home, from their device, from their mobile device, from their computer, their iPad, or whatever they use. So more and more people will be coming on the internet. They're predicting that another 2 billion people will be coming onto the internet in the next 3 to 4 years as more people in developing countries move into cities. The first thing they acquire is a smartphone. And then as soon as they acquire the smartphone and learn to use it, they start connecting with people around the world. So this is making business a lot easier, because now you can spot a deal on the other side of the world from the comfort of your own home. Once you spot the deal, you talk to the people about the deal, you get to a point where you need to get on a plane and go over and see the deal, meet the people, shake hands, and then do the deal. So what the internet is doing is accelerating everything. It's making everything happen faster. But as I've said previously on other videos, while everything is moving fast, air travel has actually slowed down. Because once upon a time we used to have Concorde, which would get you from London to New York in just under 4 hours. But now you have to fly on another aircraft and it takes you a lot longer. So there's a lot of talk about supersonic travel coming back, but in the meantime, the only way to travel fast through the air is by private jet, because private jets fly faster than the airlines, and also getting onto a jet and into the air literally takes 10 to 15 minutes. You can drive your car up to the airplane, get on it, and into the air in 15 minutes. You wouldn't be able to do this if you're flying Delta Airlines or British Airways between London and New York, or you're flying Emirates from Dubai to Tokyo. You have to get to the airport 2 to 3 hours before and go through security and all the usual razzmatazz. So it's private jet is definitely the way to go. Now, I know that not everybody can afford this, but you have to look at what you can do with it, with a private jet, the opportunities it's going to open up. Now, interestingly, if we look at the market, and I've been in aircraft sales for a while now, what I have noticed over the last few years is the price of private jets has come down tremendously, and we are now at the rock bottom. So with taxes coming down in America from 35% to 21%, and the prices of private jets low the way they are right now, there's a ground floor opportunity to go out there and buy your own jet. Or if you can't afford to buy, why don't you lease a jet for 6 months to a year? That's another thing. That gets you into an aeroplane. It gets you over to those deals before the competition does. So that's another important element. So you can go out there and buy a new jet, but I would also encourage you to look at the pre-owned market. Now, the other day, somebody asked me, he said, well, should I buy a Falcon 7X or a Gulfstream G550? Now, there isn't a correct answer to that question, and the answer is different depending on your business. So this is why pre-owned can work, and finding an aviation consultant that can help you to answer that question, 7X or G550. Now, obviously, if you're going to go and speak to somebody that represents Gulfstream, they're going to tell you the Gulfstream G550 is the airplane for you. While if you go to speak to somebody that works for Dassault, they're going to tell you the Falcon 7X is the best option for you. This is why you need somebody that's independent and not biased, that can sort of analyze your business, figure out where you are, where you're going, and then they know the market, and it's not just the performance of the aircraft, it's the operating costs, what the opportunities are in the market right now to buy a Falcon 7X or a Gulfstream G550. I mean, is it can you get one cheaper than the other? What the operating costs are? Is it going to get you into the airports you need to get into? These are all questions that need to be answered, and this is why the answer to that question can be different for one person compared to another. So anyway, just to recap then, I predict that this tax cut that's happened in the US is going to have a knock-on effect on the rest of the world economy, as more people will probably invest into companies in the United States because the taxes are low. The aviation market in America has always been the number one market. I mean, yes, there's more people now from around the world, like in China and that, have started to get into business jets and buy business jets. But United States is always the number one market, and also the number one market for business. So this is really going to kickstart the economy. More people that were sitting on the fence are going to realize, well, I'm going to take advantage of, this lower taxation and to expand my business. And expanding business today means going out international. And if you're going to go international, you're going to need a private jet to go out in and out quick, and also to be safe. Because with all these terrorist things that are happening around the world, you really don't want to get on an airplane with a terrorist sitting in row 55 with a bomb in his shoes that suddenly goes off, or even something like somebody suddenly falls sick on the aircraft and the aircraft gets diverted and you end up getting to your meeting late. So, these are all factors that play into to the reasons why people choose to fly private. And a lot of the private jet brokers have been saying they've had increases in private jet requests and bookings, some 25%, some 30%, some even 51% increase. And they also said that the average age of people booking private jets now is coming down. So the younger people are starting to realize that, there is a need for speed, and that lies in flying by private jet. So that's all from Fab Poli here at Biz Jet TV, and I encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. There's also my other channels, which if you're in business will be of interest to you. If you're flying a lot, you may want to check my book, Health for Flyers, which you can see just over here behind me. And and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.